This is a stimulus update and daily news report. Got some huge updates to share with you. $2,000 monthly checks are officially going out to certain Americans, and there is a deadline to apply. I'll give you more details on that. There's good inflation news. Yes, there's some good news with the inflation report going on, and with the Social Security program, there is a record high payout about to happen. And when it comes to inflation and our poor economy, the White House stands up saying what is good and the best that is about to come. I'll give you more details on that in some video clips, and I'll give you some other more important updates as well. Hope you're having a terrific Tuesday. If you appreciate the fact-based, fast-paced updates, hit the like button down below. So good inflation news. Online shopping prices are suddenly falling fast. So the world of online shopping was long immune to inflation until COVID-19 turned everything upside down, but e-commerce prices began rising in June 2020, beginning an unprecedented stretch of 25 consecutive months of increases that underscored the severe price pressures hitting the U.S. economy. That streak has finally ended. Online prices decline by 1% year over year in July. So if you're going to do any online shopping, looks like prices are slightly decreasing. I guess that is some good news there, some good inflation news. But when it comes to, I guess, some other good inflation news here is if you're receiving Social Security benefits, get ready for a record increase in 2023. With inflation raging in 2022, the program is likely to increase the monthly benefit by 10%. So it looks like it's going to be double digits. So although inflation is bad, the increase is good here. And we won't know officially for another few weeks. I think just, coming up in October. So, but yeah, looks like 10%, and it might even be higher. With the COLA. COLA was kind of weak this year at 5.9%, and inflation just ran right through that. Speaking of inflation, so the Inflation Reduction Act criticized for raising taxes, not reducing inflation. So still getting criticism, but what does the White House have to say about it, especially since they are behind this big Inflation Reduction Act? How is it going to benefit the American people, and how is it going to help the economy, especially individuals? Take a look at this video clip right here from the White House defending the economy.
So first of all, let me just correct something. Yes, no question. Probably correct is too strong a word. You're right. Big win for the president, the White House, congressional Democrats. Much, much bigger win for the American people. That's really where the Inflation Reduction Act hits the road, and very much in the spirit of your questions, which I'll get to, including inflation reduction. But when you're talking about lowering the cost of health care for seniors, capping expenditures that can be $10,000 a year for someone who's dealing with a tragic illness like cancer at $2,000 a year, when you're talking about helping people significantly cut the cost of purchasing everything from clean energy renewables to electric vehicles, standing up the deepest investment in renewables and clean energy, both in terms of manufacturing and in terms of, again, individual purchases of everything from solar panels to wind to heat pumps. You're talking about a measure that's going to significantly reduce costs in some areas where family budgets really pinch. So yes on inflation, more so yes on a big win for the American people.
Well, let's talk about the impact on business. There is this 15% minimum tax. There's also this issue about a 1% tax on buybacks, which was added in place of the carried interest piece of it. Let's go to the carried interest piece first. Can you explain who got to Senator Sinema and what that was about?
Yeah, I wouldn't have the answer to a question like that. There are people who are probably tracking the negotiations closer than I. I'm here to do economic policy analysis, and let me tell you a little bit about that. So what came out, the carried interest, closing that loophole, something the president has always called for. That was a $14 billion score over 10 years. That is, it reduced the deficit by $14 billion. What went in, the 1% excise tax on buybacks, reduced the deficit by $74 billion over 10 years. So in a sense, in a very real sense, more deficit reduction there, which, by the way, gets back to your first question. The deficit reduction, much of which is front-loaded in this bill, is very much disinflationary. It's very much in the spirit of what you were just talking to Steve Leisman about, negative fiscal impulse. So that's another way in which the bill helps.
What are your thoughts on that? Is the economy going to be saved? Let me know your thoughts. So, cashing in, deadline for Americans to claim up to $2,000 monthly direct payments for 3 years is next week. See exact date. So, for more than 7,500 people who applied for the monthly payments of $2,000 within first 24 hours of application being opened. So, this is the Black Resilience Fund, which will provide up to 50 black families in Portland with a guaranteed income for the next 3 years. So this is a huge program here. Basically, the payments will vary based on income. Single adults will get $1,000. Families with 2 to 3 children will get $1,500 per month. And families with 3 or more children will get $2,000 per month, which is probably one of the biggest universal basic income programs I've seen. So it could be up to $2,000 monthly checks here. Eligibility requirements: at least 18 years old, identify as Black, African American, or African, and it is in Multnomah County residents. You have to be a Multnomah County resident, and 1 applicant per household. So yeah, this could be a huge life changer here. Pretty crazy program. So yeah, $2,000 monthly checks. When it comes to $2,000 per month on a federal level with the petition, $2,000 per month to every American, it is currently at 3,046,000 signatures, and this kind of just fizzled out. So still getting some signatures, looks like 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, but it is not as popular as it was before, and it doesn't seem like it is going to make it. $2,000 monthly checks. Should it be $2,000 monthly checks? Should it be less? In the past, Bernie Sanders presses Joe Biden on $2,000 stimulus checks, saying promises must be kept. In terms of $2,000 stimulus checks and just monthly, I would say monthly stimulus checks on a federal level, probably not going to happen yet. If there's a really bad recession, the economy gets worse, maybe there could be something there. But in terms of $2,000 stimulus checks, if the recession is official, then all the other recessions, or actually just the 2001, 2008 recession, there were stimulus checks given out. So in terms of stimulus checks going out on a federal level, it is still in Congress. There's gas stimulus checks, there's child tax credits, Social Security increase. There's a long list of stimulus checks and stimulus provisions that are stuck in Congress and not moving anywhere. So it is there, it's just not moving fast enough, and it looks like that they need a little bit more pressure, especially after the Democrats just passed this big Inflation Reduction Act. They're going to give a little bit of breathing room, wait for the wind to kind of fade, and then they're probably going to do student loan forgiveness and maybe a few other stimulus provisions before the midterm elections. But I don't see stimulus checks federally in it, but we're seeing a ton of state stimulus checks. For example, another one here, Georgia residents to receive August stimulus checks. So this one is going out to, Georgia sent out $250, $500 rebates, going out in Georgia. So yeah, $250, $500 checks. And I believe, it was another one, $125 checks going out to teachers and caregivers too. So Georgia giving out quite a few stimulus checks compared to other states giving out zero. But yeah, that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully brighten your day a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, how are you doing? Hi guys, how are you doing? I want to give you 3 things of the tip of the day. So first off, be happy, be grateful, and be humble. And then I want to do one more thing to you. Do the things that you want to do in a lifetime. Guys, you guys can do whatever you want, at least if you want to do it. Because I'm here for you, you guys like us, and my dad.
Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate all of your support. So Bella did her second day of wakeboard camp today, and pretty cool. She's able to, it's a park where it's like a big lake, and they hold on to the rope and kind of wakeboard around. So Bella really likes that. And yesterday she tried out for swim team. She hasn't really done any official swimming, but it's crazy watching her swim from one end to the other in a big pool, and she's never done that before, but she saw all the other kids doing it and went for it. So really proud of Bella. It's been a big summer for her, but hopefully you have a great rest of your day. If you want to check out any of my other videos on my other channels, you can click right up here, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.